Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah from PIESNPROSE, and my voice sounds funny because I just woke up not too long ago, but I got ready for the most part. I did my whole skincare routine and stuff like that, and I wanted to share those items that I used in my skincare routine to kind of like dive you right into this get ready with me for this week's productive vlog. We're back to vlogs, yay! So I washed my face using the Milk Makeup Milk Cleanser. I've just been giving it a go and it's pretty good. I still prefer Versed when it comes to my face wash, but been using that. And then I have this right here, which is also from Versed. It is the Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Solution. I love this stuff. I will continuously buy this as my toner. This is my go-to. Then I follow up with an eye cream. This is from e.l.f. It is the Holy Hydration Eye Cream. I'm not sure if it does much because my eyes are kind of like a lost cause, but I like using it. Then I have something new for my moisturizer. You might have seen it if you saw my other videos, but this gorgeous bottle is from Glow Recipe. It's a Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This is really nice. It's almost watery. It feels like you're putting water on your face, which is good for me because I have oily skin. And it smells like watermelon. It smells so good. And it's especially good when I follow up with a sunscreen that is a little bit heavier. And this is the sunscreen that I use. It is also Versed. It's Guards Up Daily Mineral Sunscreen. This is super affordable. And so far in my experience, I do not have any like white cast from using it. So hallelujah, I'm gonna be using this as my default, especially because I was using Glossier's sunscreen and that stuff is expensive. I finished things off with 1 or 2 makeup items. That's all I have. The first one being this e.l.f. brow pencil. It's not a pencil actually, it's like a wand. And I just quickly brush that through my eyebrows. And then sometimes, not always, I use this. It's from Milk Makeup. And it is called a Sunshine Under Eye Tint plus Brighten. So it just brightens underneath your eyes, and sometimes when I feel like my eyes look really dull and gross looking, which is most of the time, I just put a tiny bit of this on. So you probably can't even tell that I put any of this on because I put so little of it, but the tiny little bit counts, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna brush my hair out after I get dressed, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this very vintagey old navy sweater that I actually thrifted off of Depop, and then I will pair that with, I think, some jeans, just some classic jeans. Alright, it is time for breakfast. Here is my breakfast. If you know from my second YouTube channel, you know exactly what this is. And of course, I have my water and I have my vitamins. This is part of like my daily routine. Every single morning I sit here at the kitchen table, I have the same toast, cup of water, my vitamins, and recently I've actually been adding 2 more things into like my morning routine where before I log on, before I browse on social media or anything like that, I have to do these things. And the first new thing being I read a tarot card. So I actually read it on my phone. I have an app. The app is called Mystic Mondays. I've been using it for a number of years actually, but then I fell off track, and I've been using it every single day in January so far. And it's just such a great app. It's so convenient, and for some reason, every single time I draw a card, it resonates in one way or the other. I guess that's the whole point of tarot cards, right? But I just enjoy not looking at anything, no work, no emails, nothing like that, and just reading a card and sort of setting myself up for a really good day. I don't know, but I just drew my card and I got 3 of Cups. Do you want me to read it to you? I'll read it to you. It says, every day's a party. Your social life is roaring with festivities spent with quality friends and family. Birthdays, weddings, happy hour, all amazing opportunities to hang with your squad. You're feeling deeply connected to your community, savoring the moments spent together. Harmony flows through your commitments and relationships, creating balance between work and play. The 3 of Cups is also about groups of people coming together for a common cause. If you're feeling stressed, remember to take some time to relax with your loved ones. Rely on your lady friends to get you through the tough times. Let loose. Nothing is too big or too small to celebrate, especially when you're in good company. Cheers to the love and good fortune in your life. So it kind of resonates with me, not because I have been going out and celebrating anything lately. I haven't been going out at all. I haven't been socializing at all. However, my childhood friend, someone that I've known since I was like 9 or 10 years old, she's getting married, and I am one of her maid of honors. I think it's called matron of honor. So I have been socializing with them virtually. So that's super interesting. I actually get to journal a little bit in the app. I can sort of like rank some percentages of how I feel about the card, and then it just keeps track of it in this app. So I'm gonna do that right now. I journaled in a little bit, and then I just hit save, and that's pretty much it. Very simple. I like that I don't need to pull out a physical deck of cards. This just really is super convenient. And then the second thing that I do that I've added into my morning routine is to check my Fitbit analytics. I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I like to see what's going on with me health-wise, and the more that I know, the better. I feel like it is hard enough as is to be educated on your health and stuff, especially if you know you don't have insurance or it's just hard to get to the doctor's office these days. I rely on my Fitbit for some things, obviously not everything. So I'm just gonna go in and check my stress management. I also go in and I check my sleep score. And then the final thing that I do, instead of like all of the really boring stuff, is see how my body is in terms of exercise. Like, am I good to do a really intense workout, or should I take it easy? And my app actually tells me that I am ready to take on an intense workout today, so we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, my toast is waiting for me to eat it, so I'm gonna do that. It's coffee time. Alright y'all, I moved to the office because, as you probably saw, the sunlight was getting to be intense in the kitchen. So I think the lighting is better here, and I am no longer panicking about that YouTube video that I forgot was going up on my other channel. But I did want to spend some time and share with you my new planner. So I actually wanted to do a whole dedicated video on this, sort of like unboxing it and reviewing and first thoughts and stuff. However, all of the clips that I got when I first opened this have completely been erased from my SD card. Don't know what happened. I am so sorry about that, but I am going to spend a chunk of this video sharing it with you right now and giving you some first thoughts. And I will say that this is part of like my morning routine. And yes, my morning routine, as you can tell, is quite extensive, quite long. I really dedicate time to implementing little practices here and there in my morning, because it's my time. Dedicated mornings like this really help me with my mental health and just overall productivity and things like that. So yes, it is a long morning, but I feel it's super worth it. And I feel like that resonates with a lot of people, especially on my Instagram account. So let me know if you agree with me in the comments, and let me know some of your morning routine habits, your little daily practices and stuff. I would love to hear it. I have been waiting for this planner for so long. I ordered it, I think the day after Christmas, and I got it nearing the end of January. So it's been a while, but it's from Australia, which is why it took a while. I knew it was going to take a while. I was a little upset because I knew some pages would go unused in here, but it's all good. I'm going to just dive right into my first impressions here. So first of all, this is what it looks like. It's a little bit bigger than the standard bullet journal size, which, you know, that's fine with me. And it is vegan leather, and it bends, which I personally love so much because I am not a hardcover fan. I prefer things that are, you know, soft cover like this, so I love that. It has a bit of an etching on the side. I think you can see that. It says Goal Digger Planner, which, sorry, I didn't even explain the name of this planner. It is a migoals planner, and it is the Goal Diggers specific planner. So the migoals is the brand, and the Goal Diggers planner is one of their series of planners. It also has some painted page edges. I think that's what it's called, and it's all black. So visually speaking, this is gorgeous. There's a letter from the founder at the beginning, and then there's a bit of a manifestation quote kind of page at the beginning where you have to sign and date it, which I feel like is very legit. It makes you feel like you're committing to something. migoals planners are basically like goals-oriented planners. I explained this in a previous video, but it's basically a planner that really focuses on goals and helping you complete your goals. So that's why you're going to see a lot of goal stuff in here. But in here, there is an overview on their system, the way that they have built their system. And then there are some prompts. I'm not going to show you it because I've actually filled it out. I will say it took about 30 to 45 minutes on a Sunday evening to fill out the beginning section, which has a lot of prompts, but they're super, super great. I'll get into it. The first thing here is going to be like words of the year kind of thing, and you really have to fine tune and pick the right words for you. And then again, there are prompts, things like, what do you enjoy learning about? If money wasn't an issue, what would you do with your life? Really great questions to help you dig deep with your own, goals and your passions and dreams and stuff like that. So that's in the beginning. Stuff like your definition of success, toolkit for successes. There's a reflection page for 2021, and then there's like a rate your life page where right at this moment you're rating your life in different aspects such as career, finances, travel, etc. And then at the end of the year you're going to come back in here and rate it again and see how it compares from the beginning of the year. So that's really cool. There's a section for 3 months time, 12 months time, 5 years at a time. You're really manifesting stuff here. This is something that's actually hard for me to do, so I appreciated the journal really forcing me to fill this out and think beyond what I typically think about. There's also blank pages here. I think this is going to be like a mood board kind of page. Haven't filled it out because I've only had this book for a week, but I will be doing that soon. And then it gets into the actual goals. As you can see, there's no planning going on yet. It's all goals-oriented stuff, which I love. So this section here is actually like almost like a self-help part of the journal. It has a lot of information. I actually had Ian read all of these pages and he said it was super helpful in thinking about perspective and how goals really like help you in life. And yeah, really like that. There are short-term goals now, another little guide over here. And then you go into your short-term goals and you fill it out. I'm not going to show you because I've already filled it out and it's some personal stuff, but basically you have a quote page and then you have a page over here that really dissects everything that you need to focus on when it comes to a short-term goal. So you have things like what the goal is, how long you want the goal to last for, what is the feeling you're chasing, when you want to achieve the goal by, and then just, things to dissect, like I said. So it's really, really helping you achieve a goal without you just writing it down and then tucking this away somewhere. It even has a bottom section here where it says outcome and date completed. So you really have to come back in here and finish your goal. They want you to finish your goals, not just write it down. So I love that. And then moving on to the long-term goals, the setup is pretty similar. It's just that it's much more lengthier because it's a long goal. So as you can see, another quote page, and then there's just a blank page to really flesh out everything that you need to in terms of that long goal. And then the spreads for that are much bigger because there's much more prompts. There's much more things to dissect because if it's a long-term goal or if it's a big, big goal, you have a lot more little steps in between there in comparison to a short-term goal. So that's why there's a lot more prompts here. And the prompts are what really, really get me, what I really love about this journal. It's because I need those prompts. I need another voice, another perspective to help me look at things in a different way than what I usually look at it. That's going to help me achieve my goals. There's a whole review page for the big goals. So you have to come back in here and finish it up and execute those goals, which I very much appreciate. And then we go into the planner section. So I think the rest of this planner is going to be majority just, monthly, weekly planning. We have a year at a glance. These are actually 2 years. We have some dates, like holidays and stuff. And then there's a 2022 at a glance. I'm not going to show it to you, but basically it has prompts like what you're looking forward to, how you want to feel, your top 5 goals, habits you want to kick, habits you want to adopt, and there's actually like quotes. There's quotes all over this book, by the way. They're everywhere in every spot that you can think of. There's also a section here to put my own quote that I want to use, and the quote that I went with this year is, "I have the power to create the life I desire." I picked a quote that's really focused on manifestation and taking control of my days because I feel like that's the mindset that I want to be in this year. I want to be in charge of my goals and make sure that they get done, and they will get done. So that's why I picked that. And then we go into the monthly goals. So before you even get into your planning, you have goals that you can set out here for each month. Again, so many goals-oriented stuff going on in here, and I love that. That's exactly what I wanted. Then it goes into your month at a glance. You can see some scribbles there because I was testing my pen. And this is where I knew I was going to be upset because there are at least 3 of these pages in here that I can't use because the week has already passed, so I don't need to use it anymore. But it's all good. I mean, I can show it to you at the very least. On this side, we have sort of like, you know, your dailies, your daily checklists and stuff like that. There's a blank section to kind of like doodle and things like that. There's habit trackers. There's sort of like rating your week at the bottom and your top 3 wins, your to-do list. It's just, it has so much going on in just 2 pages, which is, I think, the best thing about it. I love that so much, and it's actually a system that I personally use before I use this journal, so I'm glad to see that it's a system that I am actually comfortable with. And I like that it has a habit tracker. I usually forget that section when I'm using it with my Notion, and by the way, if you're interested, I am still going to be using my Notion. It's just that I'm going to have to do a little bit of shifting, so my Notion is not going to be focused on my weekly and my daily to-do lists anymore. I'm going to use my book for this section because obviously I paid for this book. I want to use this instead. So I'm going to shift that from Notion over to this journal, and then I'll use Notion for everything else. If you've seen my Notion videos, you know I use Notion for a lot of things. So I'll still have plenty of use for Notion and just have my daily planning and my goals-oriented checklists and stuff in this book. My main reason for getting this book is to ensure that I am completing my goals throughout the year, long-term and short-term, but especially long-term goals. I want to be able to have an assistant of some sort, which I can't afford an actual assistant. This is the next best thing. So I'm hoping that this will work as an assistant for me to make sure that I am completing those big goals, and having little prompts and little guides here and there that are outside of my own perspective that will probably help me, you know, push forward and actually complete goals. I know my planning videos are my most popular videos on the channel, so I will definitely keep you updated on this. If you want to see more like daily stuff on this, I will be posting regularly on my Instagram, so check that out. Hello again. It has been some hours. As you saw, I have just been working on the computer. And by the way, if you're into this keyboard, I know so many people have asked me for the link to this keyboard. I am going to put it in the description box, don't worry. And yes, I do love it very much, but it is nearing lunchtime. I think it is time for me to head back into the kitchen and prep something for lunch and take a break. I think I'm gonna go with this for lunch. I think there's 2 servings in here. It is the vegan veggie ravioli from Whole Foods. Never had it before, but it looks super good. All right, this is what it looks like. Let's give this a taste. It looks so good. That's really good.
Late afternoon to have coffee, and now I'm going.
So I just finished lunch. It was absolutely delicious. Definitely recommend the Whole Foods vegan veggie ravioli that they have. As you saw, while I have my lunch, I usually just play some YouTube videos on my phone, try to catch up with all of the people that I am subscribed to, and just kind of tune out for a little bit, chill out, and have a little bit of downtime for myself. I feel like I've mentioned that before in a previous video, but I do think that it's really important to put that time in, that downtime, throughout the day, not just at one part of the day. This might just be for me, but I feel like breaking the day up into segments rather than just pushing through the entire day and waiting for the evening to finally reset isn't like sustainable for me. Like, I will get burnt out throughout the day with the amount of things that I'm doing, so I have to stop and take breaks throughout the day Not super long breaks. They don't have to be like hours long breaks. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes here, sometimes it's 30 minutes here. That works for me. So if you're feeling burnt out throughout the day and you're sort of just like counting the seconds down before you have to log off from your job or school or whatever it is, maybe try implementing short spurts of breaks throughout the day. Grab a cup of water, take a look out the window, go check your mailbox, things like that. Little things. They do add up and they count. They matter. I don't have that much going on. It's mostly because I'm recording while having my break, if that makes sense. So I'm doing something still. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go wash some dishes, honestly, watch some YouTube, sit and kind of like chat with people on my Instagram. I also am trying to spend some more time chatting with my followers on Instagram so that, you know, I feel like I'm connecting with everybody on a day-to-day basis. And thank you so much for the love that you're giving me on last week's video. That video was very hard to record. It took maybe 3 or 4 goes. It's now like one of my top performing videos right now. Thank you for watching it. It's also kind of a long video and I thought it would be boring for people who aren't interested in Instagram, but I appreciate you. I am gonna go do some boring stuff, but not looking at the computer type stuff. And I'll check back in with you a little bit later. For those who are a fan of Logan, you might be amused to know that anytime I'm recording any of my videos that you've ever seen on my channel, this guy is always just out of frame. He's always there because he's a little puppy. Hello friends, I am just taking a quick second to get off the laptop and kind of chat with you for a little bit. I am most likely going to be doing this for the rest of the workday, and then after I log off, I have been trying to make sure that I move my body for a period of time, a dedicated period of time, every single day, and I've been pretty successful. I am super happy to say that because it's usually a really hard thing for me to add into my daily routine. It's just that one thing that I always seem to drop off. So I'm really proud of the fact that I've been able to move my body every single day. So I will likely be doing that after I log off. I'm likely going to end the video here and take this SD card and set it up so that I can edit for the remaining of the night. That's the reason why you don't see me ever editing. I tend to edit at nighttime. We are going to World Market because we just set up some stuff in the bathroom, like furniture-wise. And basically we have a display shelf in the bathroom and now we need to get some accessory pieces to sort of decorate the shelf in there. That is all for this productive vlog with me. I hope you had a really fun time hanging out with me for a day, listening to me chat about a bunch of different things. I feel like I talked about a lot of random things in this video, so I appreciate you if you made it this far, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. And I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe and join the fam. I have so many fun videos planned for 2022, so I would love to have you join along. But that is all for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in next week's video.